You cannot be high test if you don't first believe that you're high test. Now let me explain that, because I've seen way too many people get into this space and think to themselves, man, I'm low test as fuck. I need to change my diet. I need to change my sleeping patterns. I gotta change the way I train. I gotta change everything. But they never actually care about probably one of the most important things that can actually change your testosterone levels. That's gonna be your mind. And this is gonna go more in depth into a concept that I like to call mind over matter. Because your mind has the ability to change the way your body functions. What do I mean by this? Let's look at soldiers, for example, people who go to war. I would classify those types of people as high test, but look at the environment that they're in. They eat like shit, they rarely get any sleep at all, and it's just a really high cortisol environment. So how could these guys possibly be high test when they're not eating the right foods, they're not sleeping right, or any of that? Well, they're high test because of their environment, because they need to survive. They need to be strong in order to live. They need to be strong to destroy their enemy. And that's all because of their mind and the environment that they're in. Now, I'm not telling you that sleep isn't important or that food isn't important or all of this stuff, because when it comes to test maxing, yes, you wanna optimize everything that you can, but you can't be optimizing everything while having a pussy mindset. You need to believe in yourself. I've had people come to me and they'll have test results of 200 nanograms per deciliters of testosterone, and they'll tell me that they're like depressed because of it and that they don't know what to do. They feel like less of men. What I always tell them is you need to fake it until you make it. Yeah, you can eat better, you can sleep better, you can have better habits overall, but none of it is going to matter in the long run if you don't fully believe in yourself. You need to really fake it you really need to fake it until you make it. Because when I was low test, when I was like around 400 nanograms per deciliters, yeah, I was sad. I was upset with myself because I was like, wow, I'm eating more red meat, I'm sleeping better, and I'm training, I'm doing combat sports. But one of the biggest things that was limiting my growth was my mindset. I wasn't having the high test mindset. And if you want to be high test, you need to first believe that you are high test, even if the blood results don't say that you are. So yeah, if you saw in the thumbnail, you gotta do a little bit of fucking LARPing. So what's something that you can do today to LARP better? Yeah, I said it. You gotta fucking LARP high test. What can you do today to be a better LARPer? Train with intensity. Wake up tomorrow morning and tell yourself, I'm ready to fucking dominate this day. I'm gonna go to work confident. I'm gonna speak to everybody today with confidence. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna go for a PR, and I'm gonna train with intensity. Every single lift that I hit today is gonna go crazy. I'm gonna try my absolute best. I'm going to go to failure. I'm gonna try new weights that I haven't done before. I'm gonna go talk to that girl. You see I see a hot girl in public, I'm gonna go talk to her today. Whatever that might be, it doesn't even have to be any of those things that I mentioned. It could be just talking to someone random, because when you're low test, you don't want to do these things. You don't feel confident enough to actually approach anybody, let alone a girl. You don't feel confident enough to go for that PR in the gym. You don't feel confident enough, let's say you're a combat athlete like I am. You don't feel confident enough to take that shot, to take that takedown shot, But when you're high test, you have the confidence to do these things. So don't wait to have a good blood work result showing that you're high test. Start now. Start changing your mindset and start making yourself believe that you're high test, even when you're not. Because what you're going to realize in the long term is that your mind is the strongest muscle that you can train. And now I actually have the social proof, because now I actually am high test, at least naturally. 800 nanograms per deciliter, that's pretty high naturally, I would say, especially nowadays. But I didn't get there just because of the food that I ate, or the sleep, or all the routines and all the lifestyle optimization, all the biohacking. No, it was also because of my mindset, because I started to tell myself that I'm high test every single day. I started to basically trick and manipulate my own brain to produce more testosterone. Obviously that's not like actual scientific, like there's no scientific evidence for that, like, oh, what, your brain, you can tell your brain to make more testosterone and it'll do that. No, I'm not saying that that's how that works, but I'm a firm believer in mind over matter. Your brain has the ability to change your body, and it's not until you make yourself believe that you're high test then that you won't. Fuck. Yo, my bad. I fumbled my words back there. But just to kind of close this out, just really try to trick your brain. If you're currently in a position where you are low test because you got the blood results and you saw, wow, I'm at like 300 to 200 nanograms per deciliters of testosterone, I'm a fucking soy boy, Don't go living your life with that image in your head. Because the first thing that you need to be doing to better yourself is to tell yourself, this is who I'm deciding to become. I'm deciding to become a stronger man, someone who is high testosterone. All right, that was a fucking loud ass car. You gotta pretend to be someone that you're not, and then eventually you will become that person given all the inputs. Trick yourself. LARP as a high test man, and then do what a high test man does. Eat good, sleep good, train good, live a good life, live an optimized lifestyle, and then you'll see the results come. See ya.